Welcome back to another episode of Health is Wealth, and thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. And as always, I am beyond grateful from the bottom of my heart for each and every one of you who is tuning in to today's episode, and those of you who continue to check this podcast out. And I really hope you are finding value in this as I just share thoughts and things that I'm learning here in life on my own journey to become a greater, better version of myself. Things for the first time, relearning things, seeing things in a different viewpoint. And so again, hope if anything, it motivates you, inspires you. Maybe you learn something new or see something from a different point of view. And if anything else, maybe just get a chance to know me a little bit better, to understand who I am and the mission that I am on in life on my own journey. So for this week's episode, what I wanted to talk about was this idea of to win, you gotta lose, right? And you might be thinking, but Steve, wait a minute. How can you win if you lose? Well, let me talk about this a little bit more, right? So, give an example. I just had my first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match yesterday, and it was super exciting to be a part of, I had two matches against a great opponent, and he whooped on me. He got me pretty good with a couple takedowns, and he tapped me out. So I lost those matches, right? But, it was fun overall. It was my first one. And I knew going into it, right? This is going to be more of a learning experience than anything. And so the message behind losing to win is that the only way to really ever win in life is to have failures, is to have loss, right? Because this is where we learn from. This is where we gain experience from. And without having the losses in life, it is hard to have the wins in life. So, pretty much it's like you're going to have both of those that are going to be a part of anything in life to get better, but I often do believe you learn a lot more from losing than you will from winning, because it's when you lose that you have so much to gain from what you could do better, what you can improve on, what things did you learn from this loss, and so forth and so forth. And that's exactly what yesterday did for me, right? Overall, it was just a privilege to be there and had a great opponent who gave it 100%. And, I gave 100% too. And, the best thing that I could have taken from all of that, right, as I lost the two matches back to back, was it just gave me the ability now to learn from it, to learn how can I better myself the next time, what could I have done differently that time, and all of that, which then will help me on my next win. So again, to win, you got to lose in life. When you think of prime examples of this, you think about maybe some star athletes who have been out there in the world, and they've probably lost and failed more times than they won. You think about some of your greats, right? Like Michael Jordan, as an example in basketball. You imagine how many times he had to lose in order to be so great, because, you're just naturally not learning or winning, right? You're naturally just not gifted. You've got to learn from failures, because that's where you get the experience to, to get better, right? To physically go through the emotions that are going to allow you to be better from whatever journey it is that you are on in life. And so it is just absolutely a part of the process. Now, you can always take losses either way, Some people could be bitter about them and learn nothing and, and just go that path. Or you can be a real winner, and real winners will take their losses as that opportunity for what it is and be like, okay, I didn't win this one, but I'm going to win that next one though, right? And then ask yourself in a loss what it is that, you could have done better, what it is that you could learn from this example, and so forth. And that's just the best way to approach it, at any different kind of angle. And that's just how I look at it, right? That's how I go about anytime I fail or lose, right? This is now the second tournament that I've lost. I did my sparring tournament a couple of months ago in karate, my first one ever there too. And I lost that one as well. I mean, I came in fourth place out of fourth, and this one I came second place out of second. So, you could say, yeah, that I lost both matches, but or both tournaments. But again, it's about not what I lost in the moment, but what I had to gain. Overall, the experience of being a part of those things were just absolutely amazing, and just some great people who are up against. And, you could tell that they obviously worked hard at bettering themselves to have the ability to defeat me, right? And so overall, it was just an absolute honor to be there and just really be a part of the experience all together, right? But taken from those has given me a chance to now have more things to improve on. Even with my karate tournament, I look back at it and I looked at some videos of me in my match and just have something now that I can go back and work and start conditioning myself with to get better for the next one. And so that's why in order to win, you got to lose. And so it's all about how you take that, on your own path and what you do with it that's going to allow you to become better. And so I always look at these things as that for what it is. And it's just a way for you to get better. And there's no way for you to get better without losses in your life. There's just no way. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some. Some people just get very bitter and sad and depressed. They lost something, they give up, and that's it. But if you can use the times that you fail, the times that you lose at something as a way to not say, well, I'm just not good at this, or I just suck or I'll never be good at this, but as a way to be like, okay, how can I get better for the next time? What could I have done differently, that I did this time that I can do differently next time that will make me better, right? Use it as motivation. This only fired me up and fueled me up to want to get back and train even harder. That way my next one's going to be a win. But if you don't have that mentality about it, it's not going to do anything for you. So you learn so much from losing, I believe, more than you ever will winning. Winning is fun. Winning is great when it happens. We all want to win, but winning is just that. It's just winning. It's when you're faced with a loss, that adversity that you have to overcome, the sorrowness of losing, of not being good enough to win or whatever it is. But, then there's just more work to be done with that. And that's why you learn so much more from it. Because you've got to overcome a mindset. Now to become better, you've got to, continue working and pushing yourself and staying motivated and staying inspired and working harder and training harder and doing whatever it is more of that's going to make you better for the next time. So next time you lose at something, just remind yourself that it is an absolute opportunity to have that privilege, because it's going to give you a chance to be better. It's going to give you a chance to see what it is you can work on that's going to allow the next round, the next thing that you do, to be even better. And that's always how I'm going to take it for what it is. Again, I had such a great time, especially with this one yesterday. It was such a fun match. Even if I took second, even if I lost, because it was just a privilege being there, enjoying the experience, having support, having a tough, great opponent who was just an absolute great guy, and he deserved it because he got me good. But more so than that, being able to lose is just going to give me that opportunity now to be like, okay, how can I come back stronger next time? What can I improve on? What can make me better so I can be even better the next go around? And so just take that for what it is. But that's just how we are going to win ultimately in life. So thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. And as always, I will see you on the next one.